here, but Edward Griffin, we'll begin with him. Quarterback, Coppell, Texas. Coppell High School had offers from North Texas and Marshall and UTEP, among others. Edward Griffin, his importance to this class, his breakdown, and what that all means.
Remember when this class first kind of started getting the thing rolling, they had Adam Schobel committed in this class, 4-star quarterback, and he was their guy for a while. And he ended up decommitting, flipping to Oklahoma State, and eventually, I believe today he's going to sign with TCU. But Baylor had to kind of pivot and find their next guy, and the very first offer they put out was to Edward Griffin. And this was the guy they decided on. This was the guy that they decided was going to be their quarterback for this class. He committed very quickly after that. This was a guy who had a really good junior year, kind of burst onto the scenes. I think he surprised a lot of people. He showed up at the Elite 11 camp in Austin, played really well there, won the accuracy challenge, which is a theme of his game. This guy's just been ultra productive. He's thrown for over 6,000 yards, 81 touchdowns, added another 9 touchdowns on the ground, so 90 touchdowns in his last 24 games as a high school player. That is phenomenal stuff. He's also been a winner, 12-1 each of the last 2 years there at Coppell at the 6A level. I mean, this is a guy who, again, ultra productive, a leader for a team, a guy that carried a team a long ways once again this year. And he's actually a guy who, when I updated my recruiting rankings for the class, he ended up a 4-star guy for me. From an evaluation standpoint, I know the offer list isn't amazing, but he's been committed to Baylor for a long time, which I think took away the opportunity for him to add more offers, but it also allowed him to establish himself in this class as a leader for this class at the quarterback position. He's also going to enroll early at Baylor as well, so keep an eye on that. But Edward Griffin, fantastic offer by the Baylor staff, fantastic signee, a guy who I just think fits really well with what Baylor's trying to build going forward, especially at the quarterback position with Jake Spavital.
Yeah, and what a year for the Baylor offense. I mean, you won't see them at the very top of the national standings in terms of offensive statistics right now, but if you look over like the last 6 weeks, they're right there in the top 5. I mean, they're still respective, top 25 offense overall, but it'd be interesting to see. Off the top of my head, I don't know just how many spots they've jumped in the last 6 weeks or the last 6 games. I would imagine that's one of the better ascents that you've seen in turnarounds in college football was the Baylor offense. That's why he was a Broyles Award nominee. Didn't advance to this next round, but no matter he got and deserves a lot of praise this year, even if all the accolades don't come his way. What a turnaround. And Jake Spavital, along with a bevy of assistant coaches, Mason Miller on the offensive line, obviously a running backs coach that's getting a lot of credit for the way things are going to turn out today, among various others.